Welcome to another DuckTales 2017 review. I'm John Berry, and today I'm reviewing DuckTales, the town where everyone was nice. So this is the fourth episode of the second season, and I do want to say before I get too much into the review that this review has been unscripted in personal interest of saving some time and getting content to you when I'm more and more busy as the school year is wrapping up, and I do also want to apologize for this video coming out way later and me also watching the episode way later than I intended due to said business with school. But I was able to have some time, was able to watch the episode and went and started recording this very audio that you are listening to for my review. So this episode reintroduces the three Caballeros. I should say pretty much it introduces them into the DuckTales 2017 series, but it is essentially reintroducing them. And before I get too far into that, if you find yourself enjoying this review at any time, please leave a like. Also, to stay up to date on all my non-YouTube stuff, please consider following me on Twitter or Facebook. You can also check out my website. Links are in the description. My question for you today is, what did you think of DuckTales, the town where everyone was nice? Let me know in the comments down below. Now back to the review. So the premise of the episode is Donald reunites with his band, the three Caballeros, while the family takes in the sights of a Brazilian town with dark secrets. And there's a lot to break down in this episode. But first of all, how many languages does Webby know at least how to read? She is apparently, though, rusty in Portuguese. She can interpret the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. There's also many other snippets where she can read the ancient languages. It's like no problem, but she's rusty with Portuguese. It's just kind of a weird thing, but like, she's apparently very good at languages is what I'm getting from all the instances where she's able to read some ancient language. Granted, learning to read in the language is different than learning to speak it, but still, I can read English, I can read Spanish somewhat, I can read French even less than I can read Spanish. Like, basic sentences, like kindergarten level in French. I'm like more like second, third grade maybe in Spanish, and maybe that's a bit high. Let's bump it down to first grade. And then essentially I'm not the best reader of foreign languages, what I'm saying. So the fact that she can pretty efficiently translate a Portuguese sentence and call herself rusty, essentially, it's pretty impressive given all the other languages she apparently can read. But that's not the main focus of this episode. I just wanted to comment on it. The episode has, I think, two big things. You have the three Caballeros and the Brazilian town's dark secret. And, well, I don't want to give out too much about the Brazilian town's dark secret, but I just gotta say, it does tie into the Portuguese that Webby was reading earlier on in the episode. So I'm just going to kind of leave it there because it's a very interesting review that you could easily see coming, but not necessarily. But I did actually forget, this episode actually also addresses a lot of, the pick or it didn't happen culture. I actually once watched a sketch comedy video on YouTube, kind of poking fun of it in a totally different way, where that sketch comedy video is not the focus of this review, but it's been addressed before, and different medias have expressed it different. That sketch comedy took a more hard line that, hey, it can be extremely dangerous to, in the pics that didn't happen culture, having to take a pic of what's going on and never actually dealing with what's going on. Here, a little bit, but it's more like, if you always are focused on getting the pictures, the videos, you never actually experience what is going on. A little more subtle, but also at the same time, you do have the thing. You could be oblivious to danger, but at least here they are like, oh, danger. Let's focus on the danger, not on the pics, which is actually kind of a good thing. That sketch comedy went a step further, but still, I did like the commentary directed against that pick or didn't happen culture, the social media culture. always having to get the right image for the right lights that make you go viral. In a way, my videos are trying to do that too when you think about it. But it's different. I'm actually trying to put thought into what I'm putting onto the internet and not just doing random pictures hoping to get viral. But they're a bit similar. But I do appreciate how it does address it in a fairly healthy manner, in a way that kids can probably understand better, and it won't be potentially traumatic or something that they can understand. They may not understand a sketch comedy that's family friendly in premise, can deal with stuff that a 2-year-old, oh, that's not 2-year-old, but like a somebody in elementary school would just go over their head. Here in DuckTales, it would not go over an elementary school student's head. No, 4th, 5th grade, get the upper end, of course. They will understand that understand the message of pick or anything happen can at times be potentially dangerous, and you can be oblivious to that danger. Kids can understand that, which I appreciate. But now I really want to talk most about the 3 Caballeros for the rest of this review. But before I do that, this video is helped made possible by my patrons on Patreon. Patreon is a platform that allows fans to directly support their favorite creators. By supporting me on Patreon for as low as $1 per month, not only are you supporting me and allowing me to create new and better content, but you will also get access to my scripts when I write scripts, my bloopers when I have them, and any other content I cut from my channel. And that does happen. I once released like a partial review on Patreon just for my patrons, I believe. And I got some other stuff there, like gameplay that I don't release. So there's a bunch of stuff there, so consider checking it out. But now, back to the video. So as I said before that interruption, is that I really want to focus on the 3 Caballeros in this review, even though they probably won't take up the majority of the time since the review is already at roughly the 7-minute mark. So, the 3 Caballeros were essentially introduced to them, and they know the other 2, excluding Donald, who we know is lying about being billionaire, and Scrooge kind of goes at the insistence of Huey saying no, that trying basically he doesn't want to try and use Scrooge's frugalness to get him to pretend to be kind of feeble, and that Donald's the one running the show, just so he wouldn't have to pay for everything. It's a bit funny, but let's move on from that. But the other 2, kind of like one saying a jet center, one's famous. By the end of the episode, we learn they all have been lying about being famous, because we all knew that Donald was lying to begin with, because we witnessed that lie take shape. And it's just kind of funny. And with Scrooge, as the assistant of Hugh pretending to be feeble, actually threw his back out and couldn't perform. And then in the climax of the film, his back is straight and he's able to get right back into the swing of things, which I just loved. Him pretending to be old caused his back to get thrown out. It shouldn't be funny, but at the same time it's funny because of how old he actually is, and he's not feeble. But I also like how he uses when he's acting feeble to kind of get back at Donald, and at the end of the episode he does the same thing again, but in another kind of funny situation where I think everyone knows he's lying, but he's still using it as in a way like a disguise to disguise his anger. It is actually kind of funny. Not too well into fitting his character normally, but it's kind of funny, and I think he does hold a bit of a resentment to the 3 Caballeros as a whole. I don't think he likes their music, is what it boils down to. But it is kind of funny. Watch the episode really if you want to truly understand it. There's other things going on too with 3 Caballeros. And of course they sing the song, the 3 Caballeros, because of course they would. And I loved, they changed the animation style slightly. It went to the more traditional style, but still clearly this new DuckTales style, but it is, well, to put it simply, I'm looking at it right now for reference, it is not as comic book like, it is bit of more of a blend between the older and newer styles, but more toward the newer in some regards. But like they put Donald just for the scene back, and the color saturation has changed, which I think it really helps. It brightens up a lot of the colors as a whole, which I think is where I'm getting that older vibe from the brighter colors, because I think bright colors were generally used more from what I've seen previously. But they put Donald back into his old style sailor outfit for the song where they sing it, which I just saw was great, because like, yeah, that works out so nicely. There's a lot more in this episode that I could break down and discuss the song, and them singing is directly involved in the climax of the film, and there's so much going on in this episode, really. That the Brazilian town's dark secret, of course, which is kind of very interesting, and it does not go quite the way you think, but at the same time it does. I'll give you hints. The dark secret in the title does kind of hint at it somehow, which I didn't see until really thinking back on the episode. But pay attention, you might be able to pick up on the dark secret before it's actually revealed in the episode. So I won't give you too much, because I want you to figure it out for yourself. And I think that is a good place to end this review. So thank you for watching this review. Thank you for watching my latest video. If you enjoyed it, as I said, so that is where I'm going to end this video. Thank you for watching this latest video of mine. New videos come out every week, so consider subscribing and turning on notifications so that you are notified of when I release new content, since apparently YouTube thinks the only way people want to... what I'm trying to say here is YouTube wants you to hit that notification bell if you actually want to receive videos. You would think subscriptions would be enough. Also, I do want to say that I am nearly to my 1000 subscriber goal as of the recording of this video. Less than 5 to go. So if you have yet to subscribe, please do so. And I do encourage you to do so. Encourage your friends to subscribe as well. For all I know, when this video came out, or is coming out, whatever term you would like to use grammatically, it could have already passed it. I don't know. I'm just not there yet as I was recording this video. And remember, when I reach 1000 subscribers, I will be hosting a Q&A on this channel where you can ask me practically, and I mean practically anything. There's a few things off the table, but wait till I make an official announcement. I just wanted to give you guys this preview. Yeah, preview is a good one. So, lastly, feel free to check out the video or playlist on screen now. And lastly, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. Have a good one.